Hey guys, it's Emerald Looms here, and today I'm going to show you how to make the Tamara bracelet. This was designed by Loom Snow on Instagram. This is what the design looks like. It's a hook only design, and now I'll show you Loom Snow's profile. So it's Loom Snow, and this is what her profile looks like. She has really nice high quality pictures. Really cool color combos too. And yeah, let's get started. To make this bracelet, you'll be needing a hook. I'll be using my double-ended hook like usual. You'll also be needing a C-clip for the closure and some bands. Today I will be using pearl pink, white, and these three shades from the Tutti Frutti mix. So let's get started. To start, you're going to make a cap band with your border colour, which I'll be using pearl pink for, just like that. And you'll be making a 6-loop setup. So the next step is to pull another band through and pick up the outermost loop. Then you take another band, pull it through the first 2 loops, and pick up the outermost loop and close it off. Now you can change sides and do the same thing. Firstly, take off that first band and reclaim that cap band loop. Close that off. Take another band and pull it through the first 2 loops and pick up the outermost loop. So there's your 6-loop setup, just like that. And now what you're going to do is you're going to take your first band that will be for your center band, which I'll be using white, and you're going to pull it through the middle 2 loops. So to do that, pull it through the first 4 and pick up the outermost 2 and rearrange those 2 bands over and adjust it just like that. And what you're going to do for this next step is you're going to just take this first band off the hook, and don't worry, it's not going to go anywhere. It's safe the way it is. And now it's time to add our first color, which will be for our little knots. So I'm taking this green, and you're going to pull it through the first 2 loops and pick up those 2 again. So, like that. And you want to be careful because the green is a bit loose. So what you're going to do is you're first of all going to take this side of the green band that's next to the white, and you're going to loop it over the white like that. You can hold it in place with your finger. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take this side of the green band that's closest to the tip of the hook, and you're going to move it over the pink band and over the other green band. So loop it completely over like that, and use your finger to hold that in place. So this is what it should look like. And what you're going to do is you're going to hold on to those first 2 bands, the green and the pink, take them off the hook and release that green, and then put those 2 bands back onto the hook. So it should look like this. And now you're going to take this band that you just temporarily took off and put that back onto the hook. Now you're going to take another border band, so another pink band for me, and you're going to pull it through the first 3 loops and pick up the outermost one. Just like that. And now you can change sides, and we're going to repeat the same things all over again. So like I did before, just take off that first loop. It's not going to move or anything, it'll stay put. So you're going to take your next band for the knot, and I'm using green again, and you're going to just pull it through the first 2 loops and reclaim both loops, just like that. You're going to move this side of the green over the white, and then you're going to take this first part of the green that's closest to the tip of the hook, and you're going to move it over the pink and its other counterpart of the green. So move that over like that. Should look like that. Now you're going to grab hold of the first two bands, take them off the hook, and release that green band. Put those two bands back on. Then you can put this band that you took off back on again. Now you take another border band and you're going to pull it through the first 3 loops and pick up the outermost loop. You might want to just adjust your bands a bit, just like that. Now you're going to take another center band, which for me is white, and you're going to pull it through the middle 4 bands. So that white link and these 2 pink bands. So pull it through the first 6 bands and pick up the outermost 2 bands, put that band back onto the hook and rearrange those 2 bands over like that. Now you might want to just gently pull on these outer bands so that they neaten up in the middle here. So it should look like this. Now the steps repeat again. So I'm just going to take off that first band like we did before to make it easier. Now you take your next colour for your little stitches here. You're going to pull it through the first 2 loops and pick up both loops again. Just be aware of this green band being loose. You don't want to pull on it or anything. So now you're going to rearrange the right side of the green, or the part that's furthest away from the tip of the hook, over the white, like that. Now take this part of the green and rearrange it over the pink and the other half of that green. Just like that. Now you're going to grab hold of the first 2 loops, which should be the pink and the green, temporarily take them off the hook and hold on to them, don't let go. Release that green band and then put those 2 bands back on. Now you can put your border band back on like that, and what you'll be doing is you'll take another border band and you're going to pull it through the first 3 loops and pick up the outermost one, just like that. And now you can change sides and do the exact same thing. So we're going to be doing the same steps as before. Take off that first band, and now you'll be taking another green, pull it through the first 2 loops and pick up both of them again. Loop this part of the green over the white, and then the first part of the green over the pink and its corresponding green loop. Like this, so they should be crossed. Grab hold of the first 2 loops, take them off the hook, release the green, put those 2 back on, and then put the border band back onto the hook. Take another border band, pull it through the first 3 loops, and reclaim the outermost loop. Now, for the next step, you don't just want to pull on the outer bands so that the center goes nicely like that. You're going to take another center band and you're going to pull it through the middle 4 loops. So the way I do this is pull it through the first 6 and pick up the outside 2. Rearrange the first 2 bands over. And like I said, you might want to gently tug on these a little bit so that they neaten out in the middle, as you can see. So these steps are going to be repeated over and over. I think I'll show you one last time, but just really quick. So take a band, actually before you do, loop that part over, just leave it off the hook, pull Next, band through the first 2 loops, reclaim both loops, and rearrange them like I have shown. Hold on to the first 2 bands, take them off, release the yellow, put those 2 bands back on, then put the border band back onto the hook. And now you're going to take your border band and you pull it through the first 3, pick up the outermost loop, change sides, lift off the first band, take your next band, pull it through the first 2 loops, pick up both loops, and rearrange them like I've shown previously. Grab hold of the first 2 loops, release that yellow, put them back on, put the border band back on, take another band, another border band, pull it through the first 3 loops and pick up the outermost one. Now you take your center band and you pull it through the first 6 and pick up the outer 2 and rearrange those 2 bands back over, and it should look like this. So these steps are going to be repeated over and over again until it's long enough to fit your wrist. So it should look like this, and yeah. So this is what my bracelet looks like full length. And what I like to do is sort of just run my fingers from the top like this down all along the bracelet so that the little stitches are all neat like that. And to close it off, you want to be at the step where you're about to add another center band, but instead you're just going to take your border band and pull it through everything on the hook, just like that. And now you can take your C-clip and clip it. And you're done. That's how you make the Tamara bracelet. Thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial, and if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. And if you decide to make this bracelet and post it to Instagram, please use the hashtags Tamara bracelet, Loom Snow, and Emerald Looms, and tag us in your pic. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya!